Hi, welcome to the new episode of the SEO series. The biggest SEO challenges marketers will face in 2023. As you know, my name is Zahiruddin Kurram and I am professional SEO. You can easily find me by just typing my name in the search bar or visiting my website Daily Niche Times, or find me on Fiverr. My Fiverr profile SEO Kurram 222. Send me an email for any inquiries. I would love to work for you because I know what you are looking for. Let's come to the topic of the video. The biggest SEO challenges marketers will face in 2023. If you're in the business of marketing, you know that the landscape is always changing. What works today may not work tomorrow, and what worked yesterday may not work today. It's a never-ending cycle of change that can be both exhilarating and exhausting. And if you want to stay ahead of the curve, you have to be willing to change with the times. One of the areas that is constantly changing is search engine optimization, SEO. As the algorithms that power search engines like Google continue to evolve, so too must the marketers who are trying to optimize their websites for those algorithms. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the biggest SEO challenges marketers will face in 2023 and beyond. By understanding these challenges, you can start to adjust your own SEO strategy accordingly. So let's get started. Search engine algorithms are constantly changing. Search engine algorithms are always changing and evolving. This means that what works today to improve your site's ranking may not work tomorrow. SEO is an ever-changing field, and it can be hard to keep up with the latest trends and changes. However, some general principles will always help your site rank well in search engines. One of the most important things you can do to improve your site's ranking is to create high-quality content. This means writing articles, blog posts, and web pages that are informative, well-written, and relevant to your audience. You should also make sure to update your content regularly, as fresh content is one of the things that search engines look for when ranking websites. In addition to creating high-quality content, you should also focus on building links to your site. This can be done by submitting your site to relevant directories and by getting other websites to link to your site. The more links you have pointing to your site, the higher your site's ranking will be. When building links, it's important to ensure that they are coming from high-quality websites. It's also important to ensure that your links are relevant to your site. If you have a site about dogs, for example, it wouldn't make much sense to get links from sites about cats or computers. To improve your site's ranking, you should also focus on making your site easy to navigate. This means using a clear and concise navigation bar and using clear and easy to understand URLs. Avoid using too many keywords in your URLs, as this can make your site difficult to navigate. It's also important to keep your site's title tags and meta tags up to date. These are the tags that appear at the top of your pages, and they are what search engines use to determine what your site is about. If your tags aren't up to date, then it will look like your site isn't relevant. The last thing you want to do is miss valuable backlink opportunities by having outdated anchor text. Check for broken outbound links often so you can update them, and look for natural opportunities to insert inbound links with new, related anchor text. Ensuring your site stays on Google's first page. If you're 100% focused on driving traffic, then you're doing something wrong. In order to rank higher on search engines and stay on Google's first page, you put in the hard work and dedication to move that ranking up. Once you're there, all that you have to do is focus on maintaining your ranking and improving your conversions. SEO experts can provide their own secrets on how to maintain your site's ranking and reputation, but knowing what you're doing is easier than you might think. It all boils down to knowing what is fair to Google and learning to keep pace with new developments and trends. Implement these tips and you'll be well on your way to doing just. Google's algorithm is getting harder to please with each passing update. There is also the Google Webmaster Guidelines to follow, which has around 160 guidelines in total. If you are having trouble keeping up with the recent Google algorithm updates, we recommend you keep an eye on the Google Webmaster Central blog. But we're not saying that simply following Google's guidelines and latest algorithm updates is enough to dominate in SEO or get free targeted traffic. No. You need to understand how the search engines work and how to decipher the various signals and score them to give you the most accurate SEO results. You also need to know whether your site should be SEO friendly or SEO effective. While SEO-friendly websites focus on getting traffic from search engines, a website should be optimal to convert said traffic into paying customers. These are things that can only be achieved by an experienced developer with a solid foundation in the science behind search engine optimization. At its core, search engine optimization is information science. You need to be very scientific to do it. The increased use of voice search. In recent years, the use of voice search has increased dramatically. This trend is only expected to continue as more and more people use voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant. With this increase in voice search usage, there are bound to be some challenges for SEO professionals. In this video, we'll discuss some of the biggest challenges that voice search presents for SEO. One of the biggest challenges is that voice search is often used for longer, more conversational queries. This is different from the traditional keyword-based queries that SEO has always focused on. As a result, SEO professionals will need to find new ways to optimize for voice search. Another challenge is that voice search is often used in different contexts than traditional search. For example, people may use voice search when they are driving or doing other activities that don't require visual and often hands-free search. Google is thinking about how to change its voice search algorithms to match these new use cases, Smith says. Google's neural machine translation system can translate between languages without humans translating any text. Neural machine translation. Neural machine translation is a technology that Google is trying to fit into more of its applications, including search, Smith says. Neural machine translation was introduced in September 2016 and translates between languages, but uses artificial intelligence to generate its own translations without humans translating any text. The machine learning algorithms in neural machine translation give it far more capability than Google's previous translation systems, Smith says. That's because its algorithms can learn from previous translations and evolve according to new contexts and other data it looks at. Early on, researchers thought that neural machine translation would require gigabytes of data of the languages being translated, Smith says. The neural network was so big that it wouldn't fit into the limits of hardware we had at the time, she says. It turns out that these samples don't need to be so large. And that means we need a lot fewer human translation samples. That's a very sophisticated thing to do, and it learned to do it in about 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes of human translation samples needed to train the system, Smith says. She says that Google Translate's neural machine translation system can now handle more than 100 languages. While Google Translate is not perfect, Smith says that it has gotten much better over the years. I think it's important for people to understand that translation is hard, she says. Languages are complicated, and there's a lot of contexts that are difficult for a machine to understand. But I think we've made a lot of progress, and we continue to make progress. The rise of mobile-first indexing. Mobile-first indexing is a new approach that Google is taking to indexing content on the web. With mobile-first indexing, Google will primarily use the mobile version of your website to generate its search results. This is a significant change from the current approach, which relies on the desktop version of your site. Google is making this change because more people are using mobile devices to access the internet than ever before. In fact, mobile devices are now the primary way that people access the internet in many parts of the world. This trend is only going to continue, which is why Google is making the switch to mobile-first indexing. There are a few things you need to know about mobile-first indexing, especially if you're an SEO professional. In this topic, We'll cover everything you need to know about this page rendering mechanism in our own words and with resources from fellow webmasters and Google employees. What we have is not a very long article, but it's still informative enough to provide you with all the information you need. First and foremost, what is mobile-first indexing? In a nutshell, mobile-first indexing is Google's mechanism of rendering pages on mobile devices first, before desktops. Sites that are configured for mobile-first indexing have their mobile pages indexed first and foremost. Google announced mobile-first indexing in November of 2016 and started rolling it out in March of 2018. The company announced that they will be giving preference to mobile-friendly sites in the search results. Since the mobile-first index is still being rolled out, it's hard to pinpoint which factors will be the most important. However, we do know that Google is taking a closer look at the mobile version of websites. This means that your website's design, content, and functionality are more important than ever. If you want to avoid potential penalties from Google, here are a few things to keep in mind. 1. Make sure your website is responsive. 2. Use legible font sizes and easy-to-tap buttons and links. 3. Optimize your images for mobile devices. 4. Avoid using pop-ups that cover the content on your page. 5. Improve your page speed. 6. Make sure your content is valuable and informative. 7. Prioritize your most important content. 8. Use structured data to help Google understand your content. 9. Monitor your mobile traffic and conversions. The need for speed. When we start looking at the SEO challenges for 2021, we can see that there are many factors that could potentially impact a business's ability to rank. From the effects of the ongoing pandemic to the potential for major algorithm updates, many things could potentially make it difficult for businesses to rank highly in search engine results pages, SERPs. Here are some of the biggest SEO challenges that businesses will face in 2021. The impact of the pandemic. One of the biggest SEO challenges that businesses will face in 2021 is the impact of the ongoing pandemic. As the pandemic continues to cause economic uncertainty and disruption, many businesses are struggling to maintain their ranking in SERPs. In addition, the pandemic has caused many people to change their search behavior, which could impact the way that businesses need to optimize their websites and content. The rise of voice search. Another major challenge that businesses will face in 2021 is the rise of voice search. Voice search is becoming increasingly popular, especially among younger generations, and this could impact the way in which organizations use keywords to attract and engage their target audiences. As brands attempt to optimize their digital marketing efforts for voice search, they will need to consider how to utilize conversational keywords and phrases, as well as how to adapt their content to the way in which people are engaging with it verbally. Demand for authenticity. 2021 will also see an ongoing increase in the demand for authenticity from both brands and consumers alike. As consumers become more discerning about the brands they engage with and purchase from, companies will need to ensure that they focus on producing genuine, trustworthy content that can connect with audiences on an emotional level. Alternative education options. As more and more people enter the workplace, the educational landscape will change in 2021. Traditional colleges and universities are likely to face greater competition from alternative education options, such as online courses, boot camps, and continued education classes at local libraries. Businesses that want to attract and retain top talent in 2021 will need to invest in their own continuing education programs in order to give employees the opportunity to rapidly gain new skills. The renowned business school INSEAD reported that a company's investment in employee education and skills development is an important signal to workers that the organization is committed to their growth. INSEAD also goes on to state that employees who participate in educational programs are more likely to feel motivated and valued, and are less likely to seek new employment. Employees who feel motivated and valued are more likely to stay with a company and be committed to their work, which is essential for businesses to maintain a competitive edge. Investing in employee education shows that businesses are willing to invest in their employees' futures and help them gain the skills they need to succeed. 2. Encourage and reward creativity. In order to encourage creativity in the workplace, businesses need to provide employees with the opportunity to share their ideas. Many businesses have done this by implementing idea boxes or suggestion boxes where employees can anonymously submit their ideas. The importance of user experience. When it comes to SEO, there are a lot of factors that come into play. But one of the most important and often overlooked factors is user experience. Simply put, if your website provides a poor user experience, it's going to be very hard to rank well in search engines. There are a number of factors that contribute to a good user experience, but some of the most important ones are website speed, easy-to-use navigation, and mobile friendliness. If your website is slow, hard to use, or not optimized for mobile, you're going to have a tough time ranking well in search. User experience is more important than ever before. It plays a vital role in search engine optimization, SEO, and can make or break a website. This is because Google and other search engines are constantly evolving and looking for ways to improve the user experience. A website that provides a poor user experience will be penalized in the search results, while a website that offers a great user experience will be rewarded. So what exactly is user experience? It's the overall experience a person has when visiting a website, from the initial landing page to the final checkout page. Everything in between must be well designed and easy to navigate, providing a positive experience for the user. Many factors contribute to a positive user experience, but some of the most important ones include website speed, mobile friendliness, and security. If your website is slow and outdated, then users will undoubtedly have a terrible time trying to use it. This will stop them from returning, so businesses need to invest time and money in making sure that their websites are up to date and function well. A mobile website is currently a key aspect for user experience. A lot of people now use their phones and tablets to surf the web, and an increasing number are using them as their primary means to do so. Mobile websites need to be well designed and easy to use. They should load quickly, be easy to navigate, and allow users to access all of the features they want. If you are targeting a specific market, such as businesses, then you need to make sure that your website has a responsive design. Security checkers are another integral part of the user experience. Many safety features are designed to help users experience the best security on your website. They may include lockdown, which hides your web server when it detects malicious activity, and site lock, which ensures that all of your website's content is encrypted. These are just a few of the security checkers you may encounter on web hosting services. All of these checkers come with different options and settings, so you can tailor them to your specific needs. Daily backups are another important feature that you should consider for your website hosting service. If you lose your website data, you can simply restore it from your last backup. Backups are especially useful if you update your website frequently or if you have a lot of content that changes often. Finally, it is important to consider customer support when you are considering web hosting services. Many companies offer 24-hour customer support, but it is important to make sure that the customer support you receive is reliable and helpful. A good customer support team can help you troubleshoot any problems you may have with your website, as well as answer any questions you may have. These are just some of the things you should consider when you are shopping for the best WordPress hosting service. By taking the time to consider all of your options, you will be able to find a service that offers everything you need to ensure that your website runs smoothly and efficiently. The awareness of internal linking. One of the most common and easily fixable SEO issues we come across is a lack of internal linking. Internal linking is when you link to other pages on your website from within your website content. This is different from external linking, which is when you link to other websites from your own. Internal linking is important for a few reasons. First, it helps search engines understand your website structure and hierarchy. Second, it helps distribute link equity, or link juice, throughout your website. And finally, it can help improve the user experience on your website by making it easier for visitors to find the content they're looking for. Unfortunately, we often see websites with little to no internal linking. This is usually because the website owner is unaware of the importance of internal linking, or they simply don't know how to do it. If you're in either of these camps, don't worry, we're here to help. In this video, we'll go over what internal linking is, why it's important, and how you can do it effectively on your website. What is internal linking? Internal linking is the process of hyperlinking one page on your website to another page on your website. Here's a quick example. Let's say you have a blog post about the best hiking trails in the area. In that blog post, you could include a link to your page about the best hiking gear. That would be an internal link. Internal links are important because they help search engines understand the relationship between the pages on your website. They also help improve the user experience by making it easier for visitors to find related content. The increased use of structured data. In 2015 and How to React, search engine results pages, SERPs, are expanding, and with that, each listing takes on more significance. Metadata and descriptions associated with. I designed a machine learning algorithm and trained it on data that contains sentiment about the top 1 million pages on MOZ, click-through rate, CTR, versus the sentiment score. The sentiment score ranged between -1 and 1, with higher. In 2015, search engine results pages, SERPs, are expanding, and with that, each listing takes on more significance. Metadata and descriptions associated with each listing are becoming more important to users as they make their way down the SERP. This means that a higher organic CTR can result in better rankings and more organic traffic. I designed a machine learning algorithm and trained it on data that contains sentiment about the top 1 million pages on MOZ, click-through rate, CTR, versus the sentiment score. The sentiment score ranged between -1 and 1, with higher values indicating a more positive sentiment. The results of the algorithm showed that a higher CTR does indeed lead to better rankings. This study provides valuable insights for SEOs and webmasters who are looking to improve their organic CTR. By understanding the relationship between CTR and organic rankings, we can examine patterns for where higher CTRs might occur and what this tells us about the overall relationship between CTR and organic rankings. Generally, we found that CTR is highest for the first organic listing on Google and then drops off significantly for the second listing. This is likely because the first listing receives the vast majority of clicks, as users tend to trust Google's #1 result more than any other listing. However, we also found that CTR generally increases as organic rankings improve. This means that even if a listing is not in the #1 spot, it can still receive a decent amount of traffic if it has a high organic ranking. Finally, we found that the relationship between CTR and organic rankings is different on mobile devices than on desktop devices. On mobile devices, we found that CTR generally decreases as organic rankings improve. This could be due to the smaller screen size of mobile devices, which makes it harder for users to spot higher-ranked listings. Conclusion of the biggest SEO challenges marketers will face in 2023. As we move into 2023, SEO will continue to be a vital part of marketing strategy. However, there are a few challenges that marketers will need to be aware of. These include the ever-changing algorithm of Google, the increasing importance of mobile optimization, the need for fresh and relevant content. By being aware of these challenges and taking steps to overcome them, marketers can ensure that their SEO efforts are successful in 2023 and beyond. Keyword research will become more important than ever before as Google continues to evolve its algorithm. Marketers will need to be strategic in their choice of keywords and phrases in order to ensure their content is being seen by the right people. Link building will also become more challenging as Google gets better at detecting and penalizing unnatural links. Marketers will need to focus on creating high-quality content that earns links naturally. As more and more businesses adopt SEO best practices, the playing field will become more competitive. Marketers will need to find new and innovative ways to stand out from the crowd. These are just a few of the biggest SEO challenges marketers will face in 2023. With Google constantly changing and evolving, it's hard to predict exactly what the future holds. However, by staying up to date on the latest SEO trends and Harrisonburg V8 following the tips above, you can be sure that you'll be ahead of the competition. I am Zahiruddin Kurram, a professional SEO, social media manager, data analytics by occupation, and digital marketer. I have been working in this field for the last 6 years and have gained a lot of experience during this time. I have worked with many different clients and have helped them achieve their desired results. I am currently working as a freelance digital marketing consultant and have helped many businesses grow their online presence. I am also a certified Google Ads and Analytics partner. I am always keen to learn new things and keep up with the latest trends in the digital marketing world. I am also a big believer in the power of social media and how it can be used to achieve success. I have worked with businesses of all sizes, from small businesses to large corporations, and have helped them achieve their desired results. My goal is to help businesses succeed in the online world and to provide them with the tools and resources they need to grow their businesses. I have worked as a professional SEO for over 4 years. During that time, I gained a wealth of experience and knowledge in the field. I have helped countless businesses improve their online presence and ranking in search engines. I am passionate about SEO and helping businesses grow online. I am always keeping up with the latest trends and changes in the industry so that I can provide the best possible advice and service to my clients. If you are looking for someone to help you with your